Family, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Teacher Success Series of Caps and Gowns TV. And again, we're talking about classroom management, and you know how we get down. We're providing inspiration and motivation in preparation for your next graduation. That's why I wear the cap and the gown. So we're getting ready for a new level in teaching. We're going to the next level in our lives all together. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you get locked in because we're ready to rock and roll, baby. Week 3, classroom management. Let's get it. All right, y'all, here we go. I probably should have made this number 1 like from the first week, but go ahead and charge it to my head and not my heart. I promise you I'll do better next time, okay? I need you to implement this number 1 key today. You have got to establish your expectations first, okay? If you haven't already done so, I need you to go ahead and skip all the plans that you made for today and go plan how you are going to reiterate your expectations or establish your expectations, right? You're going to run into issues when students don't know what to expect and what you expect from them. I always say it like this. When you are having any type of relationship, really, but especially with your students, if they don't know what's right, they're going to do what they think is right. I'll say it again. If they don't know what's right, or in other words, if they don't know what to expect, they're going to do what they think is right, or they're going to do what they think the expectation is. And often, you can probably imagine, if you're a first-year teacher, or if you're even a veteran teacher, you can agree that those students who do what they think is right is typically far off the expectation that you have for them. So you have to do the extra work at the beginning and establish all of your expectations so that they won't have to guess. And all you'll have to do is reiterate the expectations, which actually leads me into tip number 2. But before we get into it, you know I got a quick story, right? In 2015, when I was teaching my first year, I walked into the teacher's lounge and I saw this hilarious meme. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Men in Black, but there's this like little pen that Will Smith has and his partner has. I want to say Agent J and Agent K. Chart to my head, not my heart, can't remember. But they have this pen where they put it in front of somebody and they basically zap their memory, right? So it flashes and it zaps their memory. And the meme said this is what happens every single time I give instructions in my classroom. And the Agent J and Agent K are standing there with that zap pen that zaps their memory. And basically what it was saying, if you didn't get it, if you're too deep, you got to swim up, right? Basically what it was saying is that your students forget what you tell them after you tell them, like right after. But here's the thing. Sometimes you are going to have to continue to reiterate, which is my second point. You are going to have to keep planting seeds. Listen, you are a seed planter. As an educator, you are a seed planter. And you know what? I was actually consulting an educational organization not too long ago, and they were expressing how they were having trouble getting to the students and really connecting on a deeper level with the students. And I told them, I said, more often than not, you're not going to see always the fruit of the seeds that you plant. It's okay. But somebody has to plant the seed. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Somebody has to plant the seed, right? And in this case, we're talking about reiterating. You may have to continue to plant the seeds. But what you've got to understand, about that seed that you're planting, baby, one day, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how much it's going to have to get exposed to sunlight. I don't know how much water it's going to have, but one day that seed is going to break open. And when that seed breaks open, those roots are going to grow deep. And although you can't see it yet, but those roots are growing and that seed is getting established in the I got to calm down. And that seed is getting established in the ground. And eventually, that seed is going to turn into that plant that you so desired. See, you can see the plant, right? You can see the plant, but right now it's in seed form and it's in your hands. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's in your hands, teacher. It's in your hands, tenacious teacher. It's in your hands, awesome educator. It's in your hands, awesome administrator. And you've got to continue to plant those seeds. I know it's annoying. I know this ain't what you necessarily signed up for, but what you got to understand is that it comes with the territory. And in order for you to get that return on your investment, you got to keep planting those seeds in these babies. And they need you. What you got to understand is that they're going home, or matter of fact, they're logging off to a completely different environment. And school and even virtual learning is a safe haven for them. All right? So they need you to lean into them. They may not say it. They may not act like they want it, but I'm telling you, they desperately need it. I got to calm down. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all saw the motivational speaker coming out of me. I'm teaching right now. I really want you to get this. I need you to understand, right? And all that get understanding. You've got to keep leaning into planting those seeds, although you may never see the fruition of the seed that you planted, and that's okay. Now, you may not admit it, but I'm sure that you can agree that there are many teachers and educators who never saw the tree that you became, but they planted those seeds. It is necessary for you to do the same thing. You're in the position to impact the world. Don't you know that there is no scientists without teachers? Don't you know that there are no doctors without teachers? Don't you know that there are no lawyers without teachers? Where do you think they get those sparks from? Where do you think they get that zeal from? Where do you think they get that love for that subject from? It comes from you. I need you to dig deep and continue planting those seeds. But wait, before we get into the next part, I need you to do me a favor. This is a growing channel, and we truly desire to help as many teachers, students, and parents as possible, but we need your help. If you've benefited from anything that I've said today, I need you to do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. We are a growing channel, and we need more subscribers so that everyone can get the help that they need. During my first year as a teacher, I wish I would have had a resource like this, but the truth is I didn't, and I'm sure that every one of you that are watching this video can resonate, or you know a teacher that can benefit from this information. So please, please, please subscribe and share this video with your fellow teacher who needs it. All right, y'all, here we go. Here's another tip for the day. I want you to implement this practice regularly in your classroom, whether it's physical or virtual. I need you to openly praise your students, okay? Now, this is a little bit separate, right? The topic is different, but the principle is the same. Everybody has a way that they desire to be loved. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. One of the ways that you can implement praise in your classroom is through words of affirmation. I need you to affirm your students when they're doing well, okay? Just like how we talked about isolating them when they're not meeting our expectations, when they are. I need you to publicly praise them. I need you to give them that pat on the back. Okay? You don't know what that can do for that student, and I promise you, it's going to be a seed that's going to pay dividends for you in the future. So definitely implement public praise to your students when they are meeting your expectations in the classroom. All right, y'all, listen, that's all we got for this week. I hope that you really enjoyed this series on classroom management. If you want us to go another week, we can definitely do so. Just let us know in the comments below. But listen, before you go, do me a favor and let all of your friends, family, and fellow teachers know that this is the Teacher Success Series of the Caps and Gowns TV show, where we're providing inspiration and motivation in preparation for your next graduation. I want you to crush it this week, and make sure you tune in next week for a brand new episode.